I'm incredibly confident in what I do. That's why I yell it from the rooftops, and I don't care who's listening. I don't care if nobody likes it. It don't matter to me. I'm very confident. But here's the thing that I figured out is that I can be great and you can be great at the same time. We just be two great ass people just sitting there having coffee, right? Like everybody in this room can be great. And you being great, you going out making $1 million ain't got nothing to do with me. I mean, I hope maybe you'll give me some of the $1 million, right? Maybe we can partner, we can invest together. What in the world is it that would make you even think that somebody else's success has anything to do with you? It doesn't. It doesn't. So the scarcity mindset, I think that's something we have to explore. I think the scarcity mindset, I think it's used by politicians to pit ethnic groups against each other when really it's the rich people that are hoarding all the wealth. You get some guy that's worth $100 billion who gets people from different groups of poor people to fight each other. That's all. That's an age old hustle. They've been doing that for the longest. All right. So number four, there's something called narcissistic or exploitative personality patterns. So, for some, this behavior reflects instrumental relationships where partners are valued for utility, meaning what you can get from them. This aligns with narcissistic personality traits, a need for control and validation through external status. So, this theory links to Kernberg and Kohut in the 1970s. They described what they call narcissistic supply, and that's seeking admiration and resources as proof of your worth. That the more stuff you have, the more worthy you believe that you are. And I've been in scenarios like that where people will go out of their way to tell me how much money they have because they think that I'm going to care. They think that's going to make them look different or better in my eyes, and it doesn't. It doesn't really. I'm going to look at your character, and if I don't like what I see, I don't care if you got $1 trillion. I don't want to be around you, right? The financial parallel is that this mirrors what they call status consumption theory from Veblen. This is an old theory from 1899, and where you seek luxury and financial dominance as a display of superiority. And that pomp and circumstance is very, very big. Like that's a very, really big thing done around the world. Let's see next. There's also something that may relate to this called social conditioning and gendered economic power. So a lot of cultural norms teach a lot of women, unfortunately, especially when they're in patriarchal or unequal economies, that financial dependency is safety or success. Okay, so basically, there's a feminist economic theory and relational cultural theory from Jordan 1997. They note how power imbalances in labor and relationships can shape emotional choices. And that's true. When in a lot of relationships, the person that has the most money has a certain amount of power, and that can really drive the relationship. And so you got to be really careful when you align yourself with someone that's doing well financially, whether you're a man marrying a rich woman or a woman marrying a rich man. You have to sort of determine whether or not how that's going to play out in your relationship dynamics. The financial parallel is historically access to male wealth was often a woman's only route to economic mobility. So even now, intergenerational financial trauma can perpetuate hypergamy, which is seeking partners with higher financial status. So ultimately, there's a gender side to this, right? Which maybe it might align with the idea that perhaps she feels empowered with this idea of harming and exploiting and victimizing men, which I think is just kind of interesting, right? That literally sometimes when you take feminism to the extreme, you get to the point where the most extreme feminists sometimes can be misguided into believing that they become empowered by emulating the behavior of the very worst and most abusive men. And there's movies like this. Anybody ever see that movie? I think J Lo was in it, where there was a group of women who were basically drugging and stealing money from rich men. I don't know if anybody saw that.